All right, so the WalkSnail system. Here's my experience. So I looked out and my stuff arrived yesterday, my goggles and the 19 millimeter and the Nano AIR units. Thank you, Rotor Riot. Really appreciate y'all rushing that stuff out. I was ecstatic. I was not expecting to get the AIR units in yesterday. I was helping a buddy get up and flying, and then 3 o'clock I looked, checked my emails, and it said delivered. So I was like, bam, hell yeah. So that started an all-nighter. So I got them. I started sharing information on the groups as much as possible for everybody that was inquisitive. I immediately jumped into a WalkSnail Mobigital7 build, and I've got 2 5-inch builds that I've had on the bench for a while that I was going to make custom jobs, but I switched one of those over to start trying to make it into a test rig. And so I stayed up all night. I got the Whoop done. I'm still in process of getting the 5-inch done, prints and stuff like that. I could have thrown it together, but that ain't me. It's still got to look nice and all that good stuff. So I've been testing all morning. I started testing at 6 a.m. with the stock firmware. Didn't know what version it was. Apparently it's number 16. At 6 o'clock in the morning, it looked great. The sun wasn't as bright, and so there was very little smearing, no stuttering, and I was really pumped about it. Came in, shared that information. Had some requests, hey, can you go fly through this and that and stuff like that. So I said sure. So I went out 7:30, borderline 8 o'clock. The sun was up higher. It was overcast, but the sun had come up higher, and sure enough, started getting smearing, started getting some stuttering. So I was bummed about that. Came back in, shared that information with everybody. And then I finally lay down around 10 o'clock to try and get a nap. Well, my buddy called around 12:30, kind of what's going on for the day. I've got to do him a build and what's the plans for the weekend and all that kind of stuff. So he woke me up, thankfully. Well, while I'm talking to him, I've got a message from Drew asking about the firmware on. So I explained to him it's stock. I wasn't sure about updating to the version out there, which was 20, because the firmware version specifically states 19 millimeter camera and goggles, nothing for the Nano. And I wanted to test, and I didn't think anything would happen, but I didn't want to take the chance of updating the goggles, and all of a sudden it can't connect to the Whoop, or the video is even worse, so that you'd have a worse experience, an unrealistic experience like that. So I didn't. Talking to him, he sent me out an unreleased firmware version, number 25. So I did some testing, took the leap, put it on the goggles, put it on the Nano. Everything's working fine. You're fixing to see the video. Out of 6 flights, I've had one, which I think is the one you're fixing to see, had a momentary stutter. There's still some smearing, so they got some work done, but from 16, from what we saw in the reviewers' videos to what they are fixing to release, it looks like it's a big improvement. I had no problem flying this Whoop around. I can judge distances. The smearing is there, but you really don't pay much attention to it because it's not great, but it's not bad either. I don't know how to explain it other than I was ripping, dude. I've been flying all morning, and the smearing isn't holding me back. Yes, it would be nice, and it will be nice once they address it, because they're going to. I have 100% belief in seeing the leap in the firmware so far on day 1. But right now, it's still there, and it's not a deal. I mean, I'm not anywhere upset about investing the money that I've invested so far. 2 units, the goggles. So that's just my opinion. One pilot to another pilot. I'm pumped about it. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a contender. Once I get my 5-inch done, I'll go out and fly some freestyle spots, a little bit more speed, a little bit more penetration challenges. I do think they've got to work on the penetration right now. I don't think it's ever going to compete with DJI, but if it gets 90%, I'm good. If it's 80%, 70%, if it's around the HD0 level and like that, I'm not going to change, because that's besides the great video, that penetration that DJI has for freestyle and just cruising and stuff like that. WalkSnail, if you meet that with the OSD and the goggles, I love the goggles. Freaking love the goggles. Oh, the building with okay, so caveat, I pretty much decase every Vista and Air unit I ever build with. 99% I decase. So there's a little bit more of a challenge than just dropping an Air unit in a frame for me. But the build is just, it's simple. It's just a plug, you got 4 wires, and I mean, you're done. Power, ground, TX, RX, super simple. No S-Bus, no second ground. It's a little bit more simple than the HD0 whole build and setup process. It's similar. You got to do the MSP and the CLI and -1 for the display and all that kind of stuff. But it is somehow simple of a build process and configuring. You'll see, if any of you have ever flown HD0 and you fly WalkSnail, you'll see they're very similar, but it's just a little, I don't know what it is. It's just a little bit easier for some reason. Not dissing on HD0, just sharing information. It's about 2 o'clock now. I'm nasty. I got a print going. I'm fixing to edit this video and put it up real quick for everybody. As soon as I'm done with that, I'm taking a shower, shaving, because it's been an all-nighter. I've been having so much fun. Oh, shout out Drew and Rotor Riot. Thank y'all so much. I've been having a blast for the last 2 days. The fact that the stuff shipped out so fast, the fact that you reached out to me and gave me some firmware ahead of the curve, dude, that was a real treat, man. All that stuff has just made a great time. I'll keep flying y'all and showing what this stuff can do as firmware comes out and stuff like that. The reviewers will probably beat me, and rightfully so. But hopefully this information right now was a little bit informative for you. People that are on the fence about jumping in the system, I would say wait a little bit longer. It looks like the development is going ELRS development fast, and I think it's going to be a real contender, a real option. WalkSnail, listen to us. Give us what we asked for. Focus on penetration. Focus on keeping quality of your boards and stuff. I personally want like a 4-centimeter MIPI cable. I would like a Whoop board that has 1 cable. The camera, the Nano camera, it's a third smaller than the Neb Pro Nano, which is nice. I had to redesign the print. 2 watts. Get us a 2-watt air unit. That would be awesome. And I guess that's really all I can think of right now. Here comes the video. Please like and subscribe. It's always fun for me to see new people liking what I do and stuff like that. So with that said, peace out. Love y'all. Drew, Rotor Riot, thank y'all very much. Much respect. Enjoy it.